And the key thing is to understand the three things: what we do, how does it benefit you or others, and what you should do about it. Very simply, what I do is real estate training. I set up people syndication. Syndication is when you buy a property, like an apartment building, that's one asset, one property, in a structure that's approved by the government, which is the Securities and Exchange Commission. Approved by the Securities and Exchange Commission. You fill out some paperwork with the attorney, you tell the attorney, I'm gonna raise this money, they send it to the Securities and Exchange Commission, you file it, and then you start raising money. We also help people do a fund. A fund is when you set up that same structure, but you don't have to buy just one property, you can buy many properties. Like I have a fund. I suggest for you to look into funds, because you set it up once, you don't need to keep paying attorneys $30,000 each time. You set it up once, we set you up. If you want it, we do it turnkey. Like I give you the training on how to set it up. I'm gonna give you some training here right now for free. If you want a little bit more advanced training, there'll be a fee for it. I'll tell you about it later. But the key thing is to understand that you can do a one structure and keep it for like 20 years, even 30 years if you want, and have investors come in and you can cash them out. And it's just a wonderful way to grow and contribute to the market. So who could be investing with you? Investors that are involved in real estate, those who are interested in investing with you in real estate. Where do we do the trainings? We do the trainings online. I do live Zoom calls like this call right now. And I do advanced stuff in person. Like, so those who want us to set up the turnkey structure for them for the real estate fund, they meet with me. I spend the whole day, show them how to use the paperwork to be in compliance with the rules, how to actually raise the capital one-on-one, what to say, how to raise the capital if you're pitching or presenting to investors. And that's just very valuable stuff because I have years of experience. I raised from hundreds of investors, and we have over $100 million in assets under management for the actual fund, and for my own inventory I have about 100 million. It's a lot of potential in the market if you set up correctly and know what you're doing. So when do we do the trainings? Write these dates down, please. I'm going to do one on January 2nd, January 9th, and January 16th. Those will be on Zoom. There will be 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So you see the time you're on. Those are Tuesdays, Tuesday the 2nd, the 9th, and the 16th. And I do it in the evening so people can actually listen to it. We ask questions at the end, and it's just very methodical. I like training people. I know exactly the formula to train people to make these concepts very simple. It's not difficult. It's just, it entails a lot of little details so you have it, you understand it, and I'll give you a lot of stuff today. Why we set up funds? Because you got to expand your network for deals. It also expands my own network for deals, because when I set up students and they find deals or they find investors or they want to actually park the money until they raise more money, they can work it with me because my funds are up and running. If you set up your fund with us and you raise money and you don't have a deal yet, you can park your money in my fund and you get paid for that, and we pay your investors. So we create these joint ventures for you to be able to grow very quickly. It's a phenomenal way for you to build credibility and grow. There's nobody else in the country that does this. The other people are attorneys, and I dare you to find an attorney with 2,000 videos online that are free with success stories like the ones we have been lasting in the market. And ask the attorney, have you raised money? No, they just do the paperwork for the SEC, and we respect that. And we have our own in-house attorneys. Actually, the $25,000 you pay us, if you get to that level, that's like third level up. I'm just here in the base level for you to train. It includes all the fees to the attorney. We give it to you turnkey filed with the SEC. You could be up and running by the end of January if you want, and start 2024 very strong. But for now, don't worry about all this. Just understand it, so you understand what's out there and the potential for you to grow, how you actually create a shortcut to success. So how do we do it? We break down the components of structuring a real estate fund. What do you have to do? What do you have to put in that fund? How do you pay investors? How do you pay yourself? And what's the difference between that and partnerships? And can you do partnerships in the fund? Let's say you find a deal and you have investors' money. Can you partner with a contractor? Yes, you can do all this. We'll talk about it. And we do it. I do the training, the basic training, in 3 sessions. 3 sessions. It's the January 2nd, 9th, and 16th. Each one is about an hour and a half. We take questions if it goes a little longer or a little shorter. I don't leave until I answer all the questions, and you get to understand it a lot. And at the end, you can make your decision. You want to go set up with an attorney, you want to go partner with somebody, or you want us to set it up for you. That's your call. Usually just one phone call with me for 1 hour is $500. Those who know me, you know, some of you even schedule these calls, and I can focus with you, and 1 hour call is $500.